So what exactly is good running form, and how can one improve one's own form using power cranks?
Well, basically in sprinting and in running, you're talking about a rotational cycling of your sprint mechanics, where the foot actually comes up and around over the calf or over the knee, strikes down right underneath the center of gravity, or approximately a few inches in front of that. The better athletes, or the quicker athletes, tend to be able to produce a lot more force into the ground with the shortest amount of ground time. So actually your efforts are not necessarily to just push into the ground, but actually get off of the ground.
Let's compare the running form of three different athletes of different abilities. The fastest one on the left is an Olympic medalist, the next fastest on the right is a professional duathlete, and the one in the middle I'd like to call an average athlete. For illustration purposes, I've slowed each runner down so that one stride takes the same amount of time. Notice how you can predict the speed of the runner by comparing their form. The fastest runner spends the smallest percentage of time on the ground. The faster one goes, the higher one will kick one's foot up towards the butt. This shortens the lever arm, making it easier to swing the leg forward, which allows for faster turnover. And stride length is increased by lifting the knee up and forward and not by extending the lower leg. And lastly, foot plant should be just in front of the center of gravity. So what are power cranks? Well, they're simply a modified bicycle crank. Each crank has a one-way clutch in it so that it forces the user to lift the leg fully on the backstroke and to use near optimum running coordination when riding the bike. And being on a bike, it allows the user to actually get enough repetition to change the natural coordination and to improve the weakest muscles. And it is all non-impact, so most can even improve running form while injured.
So these cranks allow you to strengthen the hip flexors, activate the glutes, the hamstrings, the soleus, all of the lower foot. So you integrate everything into the training action instead of just trying to, when you do drills, they're pretty much one-dimensional. You're maybe hitting one muscle group, two muscle groups. This integrates all of them, plus it works on the coordination of all those muscle groups working together.
The power cranks for us are a great way to reproduce and replicate the mechanics of running without the impact on the joints. You've got everything from the dorsiflexion in the ankle to the hip flexion, as well as the hip extension on the contralateral side. And because of the uniqueness of the power cranks and their independent function of one another, it recreates running, the running gait, better than anything that we've ever used in the past.
The first year I used the cranks, I set the age group record for 38-year-olds in 100 meters at a time of 10.34, so not bad for an old man.
Running, I saw PRs in my 5K distance within 3 or 4 weeks.
There's absolutely no other product like power cranks. Run faster, a lot faster, through better form and muscle balance, and it's non-impact too. Plus, it's all guaranteed. What are you waiting for?